What up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if this is your first time clicking on one of my videos. We got a pretty sad situation to talk about today, and that's RayJ getting banned off of Twitch. Now, why he's banned off of Twitch is really crazy and pretty sad. And honestly, this is something that a lot of people in our community, people of color in general, and actually just people in general have experienced. Because I'm sure even some white people and things like that have experienced similar things like what we're about to see, which is kind of, the holidays can be a touchy subject for some people. It's not all just happy holidays for people. For some people, it's a very sad time of the year. And, that's why it's important to treat people, with kindness, unless they do something that warrants otherwise. But especially during the holidays, because you never know what somebody is going through. And basically what I'm going to be commentating on in this video is, big picture, we're watching a black family that's already not all the way together. They're doing the mixed household thing or whatever, RayJ and his baby mother. But we're going to watch a black family essentially get torn apart even more. This event was unfortunately live streamed, but this is a traumatic experience for all parties involved. And before I even start the content, I have to say I do feel sorry for RayJ. I know it's easy for everybody to poke fun at him, but Brandy's brother wild, and Brandy's brother is a he's a J-cat. He just be crashing out all the time and stuff like that. But I feel like he's a deeply emotionally troubled person and probably has a lot of past traumas and things that he's trying to work through. And he technically was an up and coming streamer. He was on Kai Cenat's Mafia-thon recently, and his consistency on the Twitch platform has been pretty impressive. He's pretty much live every night, keeping people entertained late night when not too many people are still alive. And he was really, kind of coming into his own as that type of creator or that type of entertainer. And, the Twitch aspect of it might have to be on pause for a little bit. Now, of course, there's other platforms that he'll be able to go on to if he so chooses. But, I think you gotta have your family in order as much as you can first. And unfortunately, we're gonna watch this man's family get torn apart even more than what it is on, a major holiday. But without further ado, let's get into it. I'm about to commentate throughout the video. Let's go.
Now I got my kids in here with me. Ain't nobody taking my kids away from me on Thanksgiving, bro. On the damn. They in my house. They making threats to me. What's up? What you trying to do? Take my kids?
Yes, I'm getting my kids.
Okay, take your kids. Watch how they cry. Take my kids because y'all drunk. Y'all want to drive drunk? Y'all want to drive drunk? Drive drunk. Drive drunk, princess.
Right, you just
drive drunk.
You just pointed a gun.
Drive drunk.
You just pointed a gun.
Drive drunk, princess. Go ahead. You want to take my kids? You and your drunk cousin? Cause y'all drunk as and y'all alcoholics? Take my kids then. Go ahead. Who's gonna drive? Tony, he's been drinking too.
I'm not driving.
Who's been driving? Everybody. I didn't point nothing.
Now, this whole thing, he's banned from Twitch because a weapon was shown on the stream. However, we don't see a weapon getting pointed at her. That does make a difference. There's a screenshot floating around online of some pretty good trigger discipline as well, to RayJ's defense. Now, I know it's a wild thing to defend. However, there's more context to this that we're going to get into in a second. But secondly, it's important to note that her name Princess, right? So it's important to note that Princess pretty much acknowledges that RayJ is correct, that she's not in a state to where she should be driving. He says, so you're going to drive drunk on my kids? And she said, I'm not driving. And then he says, Tony's drunk too. So Tony is her cousin or her cousin's husband, some shit like that. And apparently all the parties that were trying to take the kids and leave were drunk. So as a parent, I'm kind of standing on RayJ's side. Did he have to pick up a weapon to confront his baby mom? Probably not. But you got to keep in mind there's other hostile adults in his house. It is a man's duty to protect his home at the end of the day. And if you pressing a nigga trying to take his kids out of his home and he didn't do nothing to endanger the kids, I don't know. Now, I wasn't there. I don't know if he didn't endanger the kids or what, or, you know, but I'm not going to lie. Y'all will see when we get to the second portion of this video, because I'm going to shut up. I'm going to shut up and let the clip play after this. But when we get to the second portion of the video, y'all will see what I mean by, you know, I don't know on this situation, because I'm not going to lie. It seems like Princess is a little extra petty. Seems like she's a little extra petty and a little extra toxic. You'll see.
Nothing at
You
y'all.
pointed a gun at us.
I didn't point nothing at y'all.
You pointed a gun at us.
Yeah, whatever.
You pointed a gun at us.
Why you waking my daughter up?
You pointed a gun at us.
Why did you just wake my daughter up? Why did you just wake my daughter
All
up?
I wanted to do was have a good Thanksgiving.
Why did you wake my daughter up?
Ray?
Because you
You're
selfish.
delusional.
You're drunk.
You're a woman abuser.
You're
and
drunk.
You're delusional.
I'm a woman. That's
Yes,
what drunk
you
people
are.
say. Like, you're taking my daughter?
Grow the fuck up.
All right,
Seriously.
cool.
You need
All
to.
right. You're not taking my son.
Ray.
Like, I know you're not gonna take my son. Hey,
Don't touch him.
Hold on, bro. I swear to God, I'll shoot the fuck out of you. Y'all get out of my house. Y'all get out of my house.
Shoot me right now.
I swear to God,
Shoot me right now.
take my son.
No.
I hate you over the fucking head, bro.
Hey, you supposed to get family.
Nah, get the fuck out of here. You in my house.
Hey.
Bro, stop, dog. I kill you, bro. Stop.
Stop.
I kill you. Stop. I kill you, bro.
Stop.
Okay.
I know you
All
are,
right.
but
All right,
stop.
cool.
I'm trying to help you
All
out.
right. All right, cool.
You good?
Yep.
Literally, they're about to pull up right now. Let's chill.
Cool. All right, cool.
Literally.
Yep, we cool.
All right, let go. Let go.
No, hell no. So Tony on bullshit at first, and then he kind of came to his senses and was like, I need to diffuse this situation. But he came in talking about, do it. Go on, pull the trigger, nigga. Like, whoa, Tony, what the fuck? You supposed to be calming shit down, gang. You can't come in telling a nigga who's already on edge, go ahead and do it. He might just do it. But I'm glad that the situation did, you know, kind of get diffused. But so in this next clip right here, we're going to learn that the police are already at the door. So I'm not sure exactly how these clips are edited. Unfortunately, I was not in the live stream, but it seems like the police got there extremely fast, like less than 5 minutes type of fast, at least the way the clips are presented. I don't think that's actually the case, but this is the only, you know, content we have to run with is the clip that's circulating online that does have some cuts in it. So I don't know the exact timeline, but it's definitely a quick response, which makes me think, what was going on before RayJ barricaded himself in his bedroom with the children? Or were the children already asleep and she was talking about, I'm gonna go upstairs and just take the kids? Now, I'm leaning more towards the kids were already asleep in his room, just as somebody outside looking in, trying to guess what led up to this situation. And I'm not gonna guess too much because I don't have a time machine. I can't go and be a fly on the wall back in time on something that already happened. If more information on it comes out, it comes out. But once we get through the police entering the house, we're gonna get the follow-up clips of RayJ and Princess both kind of giving their side of the story of what happened to their respective followings.
I need to take my kids. I'm trying to help you out. Let's go. Let's just get out of here. They really have to get out right now. What should you do right now?
I got a gun.
I'm trying to help you.
Get out of here, bro. If I shoot you. I don't want to. I would never do that, bro.
Let's go downstairs.
Bro, I can shoot the fuck out of you, bro.
Okay, there's a balcony to my left, a room to straight ahead. Okay, so I'll hold this and then you guys just scoot up and pop up, okay? Ready?
All right, so that's basically how the clip ends. But like I said, so now we got to get into the follow up. So RayJ, he got out on bail or bond, whatever, paid a bail bondsman, and he's back out in the world. Went in, got out. But But like I said earlier, what led up to the room altercation in the first place? Because RayJ was already on 10 basically just by going up to the room. Low key, they kind of disrespected the boundary he tried to set between himself and you know, his baby mom, who's been going at him all day, I would assume, based off of this clip right here.
Okay, so hold on. I've been like staying off of social media and just like protecting my peace. But what I'm not about to do is let him deflect and make it about me. And make it seem like I was drunk or it was all my fault.
Now, I'm not going to sit up here and say it's all any one of their fault. I think they're both somewhat in the wrong. You know, obviously there's been some build up to this altercation. It doesn't seem to me like RayJ gets to see his kids all that often, because as you can hear in the background, the kids are in her audio background. But to try to say he trying to make it seem like I was drunk, when we just clearly watched you, you know, say you're not driving. I'm not driving. The other drunk nigga driving. Like, seemed like you may have had something to drink. People do usually drink a lot on Thanksgiving.
That is not the case. I went to his house. First of all, I just moved into my new house, but I went to his house with the kids because I wanted the kids to have a good Thanksgiving with their dad. He's been gone for a month, hasn't seen them, hasn't called them, and he wanted to spend Thanksgiving with his kids. So I said, me and my cousin and my cousin's husband went over there with my kids and her 3 kids, and we were prepping to cook the food for Thanksgiving. And I told him before I went over there, don't start nothing or I will take the food and I will continue cooking at my house.
Red flag alert. Red flag alert. Now, I have a problem with. And this is what I was alluding to earlier with, you know, there might be a lot of pettiness at play here, a lot of toxicity. Both sides are probably toxic, you know, but RayJ, he was gone. The man's an entertainer. Being an entertainer is low-key a lonely lifestyle. Yes, he streams and things of that nature, but he has a stream house. He has to put in late hours. He's also touring music, I believe, still. You know, he's a whole R&B legend. That's the one thing, too, with that whole Brandy's brother shit that I don't fuck with. And maybe it's because my generation, we grew up on that Sexy Can I in One Wish. Yeah, nigga, that's a staple song in people around my age's life. A nigga was in middle school when them songs was booming. So those are classics to me. It ain't just Brandy's brother. RayJ is an R&B legend. I give respect where it's due. Now, that aside though, the pettiness. Fuck do you mean? You're going to take the turkey out the oven and throw it in the whip and drive home? First of all, you about to give everybody salmonella doing some dumb shit like that. But second of all, that is one of the most petty things I've ever heard. If you don't stop arguing with me, nigga, I'm going to take all the food. I'm going to dip back to the crib and finish cooking at my house. Bitch, what the fuck do you mean you about to go? I'm sorry. I'm not calling her a bitch, just hypothetically speaking. What do you mean by that? That is batshit insane on the low. She's saying it real calm, but that's how I know this is a petty ass woman, respectfully.
Listen, I'm going to say this because I'm not going to let the story go to where it don't supposed to go. You in my house. We're having an argument. All right? We grown-ups. If you want to leave, leave. The kid is upstairs sleeping in my bed. You want to go upstairs and take the kids, wake them up into this grown-up argument which shouldn't have happened. Instead of letting them sleep, you want to snatch her and take her with you. Then you got a dude coming in my bedroom where my kids is asleep and they're trying to get in my bed and take my kids because all of y'all are drunk. Y'all can't drive with these kids drunk. I'm not letting that happen.
For sure, not letting no pack of nobody drive drunk with no damn kids. That's a fact, especially my own kids. I'm never gonna disagree with that. You know, and when push come to shove, you put a parent's back against the wall in that type of moment. I feel like we got to show RayJ a little bit of grace. Yeah, he grabbed the blicky and shit like that, but he's making sure he's defending the safety of his children at the end of the day. God forbid he's like, oh yeah, to heck with it. Just let them go and pack the kids up in the car and slide home and something happens. There's a lot of drunk driver incidents that happen around the holiday time. Around, damn near every weekend, anytime like that, but especially around the holidays. So God forbid a man protect his children and his household. But on top of that, if RayJ is telling the truth, that confirms what I was, kind of speculating on earlier in the video, which is, okay, the argument was downstairs. If you know the kids are asleep in his room, why threaten to go upstairs and take the kids? We already seen her defense of this whole situation, trying to just dodge all accountability of it takes two to tango, motherfucker. It takes two of y'all to dance. Y'all was both arguing. Take accountability for your half of those arguments, please and thank you. Because at the end of the day, if RayJ's account of this is true, and you chose to take the argument from downstairs to upstairs and into that man's room, which he was peacefully sitting in. He was peacefully sitting in that room until you decided to barge in and come and take the kids, allegedly drunk. You threatened to take the Thanksgiving turkey and maybe give everybody salmonella. So we know you'll go to extremes to be petty. I'm kind of believing RayJ a little more. I'm not going to lie. Yes, like I said, it's easy to be like, oh, RayJ's crazy. He's a J-Cat, blah, blah, blah. Right is right and wrong is wrong, though. You're foul. If you're getting into an argument with your nigga, or if you're getting into an argument with your lady, either one, whoever decides to literally physically bring the children into that, you're wrong.
This dude is coming in my room, getting in my bed to take my kid. I'm going to defend my kids, and I'm going to defend my space. And now, when they call the police, no problem. I'm sure the police going to come and understand what I'm going through. I go to jail. I'm in my bedroom. They're in there snatching my kids out of the bed while they're asleep, and they're waking up yelling and screaming and crying. A dude is getting my kid out of the bed, bro. I'm going for mine. For my kids, I'm going to double down on that. Y'all can't do that. But you know what? It is what it is. I love my kids. I'm not playing about my kids, and that's it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If her cousin's husband or whatever, the Tony nigga, if he was in there picking the kids up out of the dad's bed, you're foul for that. If them two is arguing, let them two argue. That's not your place. You're overstepping. You're overstepping. You can't have that good of a relationship with them kids to be yanking this man's kids out of his bed. You done lost your fucking mind. I'm sorry. I think RayJ's in the right for defending his home. He didn't put the shit to nobody's dome piece or none of that. I don't condone violence. But RayJ's right for, hey man, if you mess with a dog that has puppies, right? When them puppies is still sleeping in the same bed as that dog, you go to take one of them puppies out the bed, guess what you gonna get? You might get bit, but at the very least, that dog's gonna show its teeth. All RayJ did was show his teeth. So, well, no, hold on now. We're in my home. You came upstairs. I created a boundary. There was adults argue. People get drunk, you argue, it happens. People have arguments on the holidays all the time. I've had arguments on the holidays, or the whole nine, whatever. But if somebody takes the step of, okay, you're tripping, I'm going to go upstairs into my bedroom and you need to cool off down here. You created a boundary. The boundary was disrespected. It was violated. You stepped in past that boundary and then stepped past a whole nother archway to go and grab children out of the bed. And you have backup to help you do this. I'm siding with RayJ. Hey, y'all can hate me if you want, but that's just how I see this one.
That's it. I'm in my house. Y'all in my bedroom. Taking my kids out of the bed at 4 in the morning. With a man, with you, in my bedroom. I don't know what else I would have done. I showed self-control. I didn't touch Princess. I didn't touch nobody until the nigga started trying to get in the bed and snatch my kid. That's a whole nother thing, man. I'm in my house. I hate that this shit happened.
Man, prayers up to the mental health of everybody involved, though, at the end of the day. I know I was a little hard on RayJ's baby mama, but, you know, I feel like that's just foul. I feel like that's foul. Even just threatening to take the dinner home, like, I can't, I know I'm dwelling on it, but I can't get over that. Because somebody, I might laugh, but I'll be damned if somebody said, yeah, I'm gonna come over, we gonna make the dinner, bring so-and-so, they gonna help make the dinner, bring all the kids from the family, from our side of the family, they all gonna have a good time, we gonna have a good Thanksgiving. And one of the first things you tell me when you walk through that door is if you want any of that bullshit today, I'll take the turkey, the stuffing, the mac and cheese, whatever. You know, some black folk don't even eat the traditional food, but that, whatever the hell y'all decided to celebrate with, it could be chicken wings. I don't give a damn. You ain't taking no halfway cooked bird out the oven, pushing back to your crib, and then feeding my kids that meal. For that alone is damn near child abuse. Motherfucker, that's foodborne illnesses is brewing up in that chicken. The second you take it out, or bird, whatever, the turkey, nigga, is brewing up in there as soon as you take it from the oven to the whip to however far your crib is. If it's more than a few minutes away, you're tripping. But then, of course, the whole actual altercation, tripping. So I stand with RayJ. You know what I'm saying? Glad he got out on bail. I hope that, you know, nothing really comes of this negatively. I think they need definitely some counseling or something, though, because for this situation to be taking place on Thanksgiving in front of the kids and then in front of the world on a live stream, you know, that's out. Was Ray now? I wonder if any of y'all were so happen to have been watching the live stream as it took place. Was RayJ streaming live the whole time? Or did he go live in the middle of the altercation? Because if he did that, I don't know why he would do that. You weren't going to make yourself look like the best guy in the world either by up in the blick. Especially, you know, out of context, I could really chop this up to make him look crazy. But I don't do that. I have longer clips than a lot of, you know, like reaction channels or whatever, because I want to get the full context of things. I don't like to misclip people just so I could run with a narrative. And this is one of those where I actually agree with RayJ for the most part. You know, I don't know if the other, you know, party involved was armed or whatever, but he needed to show teeth. He showed teeth. Don't take a dog's puppies out their bed. Simple as that. Anyways, if you enjoy this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Hit that button, hit the like, leave a comment. Even if you hate me and hate everything that I said and disagree with me 100%, go ahead and argue it out in the comments. Have some fun. You know, happy holidays to all y'all. Prayers out to anybody that's going through a tough time during the holidays. I know this is one of them things, you know, one of them times of year where the mental health can really decline. I totally get it. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with the holiday season myself. But, you know, if all else fails, you are still on this planet for a reason. Be thankful for that you still have breath in your body and attack your goals and dreams with every last fiber in you. And, you know, good things will happen. Good things happen to those who persevere. Y'all have a good one. Peace.